everyone, this is Eric Valdovinos, and today's video is going to be about epoxy resin. Before we get started, I'm just going to name off everything I'm going to be using today. Beginning with safety, you'll always need a mask and some gloves, a silicone mold, pigment powder, alcohol ink, measuring cup, a stirring stick, epoxy resin, and epoxy mold release spray. Even some sandpaper, and I'll explain why later. But right now, we'll go ahead and get started. Before anything, I always check my box, make sure that there's no leaks or spills. Crack it open. And for this, we're going to use a bigger measuring cup. So I have it measured out. 1/3 part A, 2/3 part B, and you want to stir for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. So we'll go ahead and do that. So it's been about 10 minutes. And I'm just making sure you don't see any streaks in your epoxy before you pour it. If you do, you just got to keep stirring until it's all clear. And don't worry about the bubbles, we'll pop those out with the torch. I'm going to start doing a clear one right here. So just pour it nice and slow, take your time. I like to pour about halfway and then start with the torch. And continue to pour. Make sure your mask is on tight because the smell really comes through once you start pouring. And then we'll start with some colors here. We'll give that a minute. I'm going to go ahead and throw some pigment powder in the rest of my epoxy. And we'll just mix that. You only need to stir it for about a minute. We'll let that settle. And we'll use our white. To bring out the colors. Forgot to shake it. Go ahead and finish this one off. Looks ready. And start pouring. Again, I'll only pour it about halfway. Hit it with the torch. Just finish the rest of it off. Generally, it takes about 24 hours for the epoxy to harden. So we're going to go ahead and end this right now and come back tomorrow. Hi everyone, we're back and we're just checking out our molds here. It's been a little over 24 hours and we're going to go ahead and demold them right now. First one is just with the pigment powder. There you go. There's one. Should be pretty easy for them to come off. second one. Hopefully you can see everything that came out. And next thing we're going to do is wash these off with soap and water, because I don't know if you can tell, but the epoxy release mold spray, it kind of leaves like a residue, and you can see two big old thumbprints right there. So we're going to go ahead and wash these off. I'll show you what it looks like afterward. So the black coaster came out all right, but this one has a little bit of residue that soap and water still can't get rid of. And instead of trying to sand it out, I'm just going to go ahead and pour another coat of epoxy over the top, light coat, and you'll see that it gets rid of all this. So I'll show it to you once it's done. Okay, so we're back. I've already mixed my epoxy here, and we're just going to pour a light coat over the top. I decided to throw in a hollow foil or resin sheet, whatever you want to call it, into the black coaster, and we'll just do clear so you can see that the smudges come off of the colored coaster. Just trying to make sure that the resin gets on the back of it, and then we'll go ahead and pour it on the top. So it doesn't look like we'll have enough for this one, but I got a trick. You can just move it around. I'm just trying to push all the epoxy from underneath it so it doesn't just float around and misalign. And that's it. Wait another 24 hours, show you the results. Coming back real quick just to pop my bubbles. Hey everyone, we're back again. Last day, and here are the results. So we've come to the part where the sandpaper comes in hand. A lot of videos don't really show this, but the backing is really sharp. And so we're gonna just go ahead and sand it down really lightly. Go ahead and wash that off. Do the same thing with the next one. And here we have our final product. If anyone was curious about the last clip, I used 1500 grit sandpaper. And we've reached the end of the video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. I want to thank the Arts Consortium. These coasters are going to be available for sale online at valifornia.bigcartel.com. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Valifornia559, or reach out by email, valifornia@yahoo.com. Thanks again, and hope you have a great day. Bye.